Giving all praise to Yeshua Kadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm gonna make this a quick video. Let's see where the spirit takes me. Anyway, I'm gonna entitle this video, "Did he capitulate?" And we're gonna look up that word in a minute. Is he showing weakness? So this is a video, Bloomberg podcast. Trump. We're going to have a fair deal with China. Full remarks. It's only 2 minutes, not even 3 minutes long. Now he did all this loud talking about, these various tariffs that he put on these nations, and China didn't back down. Moab didn't back down. Remember, the Mosai said, "Moab is my wash pot. Over Edom I shall cast my shoe." And I said that this is not a good deal. This is not a good move. Because if he went on with it, you have empty shelves. And let's talk about food too. Let's talk about all kind of items. The stuff that you get at BJ's, the flat screens, the different appliances, the chairs. Pretty much everything is made in China, pretty much. Or outside of a country. Very little is made in the U.S. Babylon cannot compete with Moab when it comes to trade. They had a major trade show in China. I forget the province. But you can look up the word trade show. And there was 200, I believe it was 200 countries that attended. I might just go ahead and look up the word trade show. But anyway, I use the word capitulate. See, they're seeing a weakness now. They're no longer stout. When you go to Daniel chapter 7, I'm just going to quote it, paraphrase it. I'm not going to go to it. Somebody can put it up in the chat. It speaks about them being more stout than their fellows, meaning stout, meaning proud. I'm better than you. When I come into the room, y'all better sit down. You better acknowledge me. I'm the man. I'm the bully on the block. That's where you get the word hegemony from. Bully on the block. And this is when the U.S. or Babylon became the world reserve currency. But prior to that, it was Great Britain. But I'll give you the word capitulate. Capitulate. Cease to resist an opponent or an unwelcome demand. Surrender. To surrender. He surrendered. He's not looking tough around the world. He ain't so bad. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? He's not looking good. He's not representing. Oh, I did a video last night on the Dow. It went so low they compared it to the last time something like that happened with stocks. I'm speaking specifically of the Dow Jones. Was back in 1932 during the time of the Great Depression. So we're talking about Great Depression numbers. So anyway, it says here, to partake up even countries that have ripped us off. He's saying that China ripped them off and Europe ripped them. He mentioned Europe, the European NATO nations, EU nations. That's why ultimately they're going to shoot missiles on this place. He's going to usher it in. He'll probably be the man that ushers in the chip and the missiles. They said for many years China is an example, but it is not just China. Europe, he mentioned the European Union, which is part of the beast system. This is why the European Union and NATO nations will eventually shoot missiles on them. They ripped us off. So you're not sounding nice. When they're going to have a meeting. I said this a couple of weeks ago. Maybe 3 weeks ago, I said that they're going to sit down and have a meeting because certain people are going to get to this guy's ear and tell him, look, this is not a good move. This is amateur night, you know. It's the China European Union. They ripped us off for many years, and those days are over. Well, they look. They got you by the gonads, so to speak. You can't say too much. The cards are in their hands. We're going to make a lot of money for he says our people. What does he mean by our people? He ain't talking about the American people. He's talking about his inside crew. What these politicians do, Congress people, Senate, presidents, these people, they come out, they go in the office maybe with a $150,000 a year job, and then when they come out multi-millionaires, and they ain't did nothing to uplift the country. Well, be able to lower taxes. That's how they get you. We're gonna lower taxes. If you lower taxes by 1%, you can say, I did lower taxes. I didn't tell you how much. Lower taxes substantially. What does that mean? And we're going to be. Hey, he did say day one, prices will go down on day one. He'll stop the Russia-Ukraine war overnight in 24 hours. He's failed to do these things. Proud of yourself. They're not going to be a laughing stock, because he's saying that we're a laughing stock, that we're not going to be a laughing stock. They're a laugh. As long as you're in office, this country's going to be a laughing stock. And you're the opposite of Midas. King Midas, everything King Midas touched turned to gold. You're the opposite of that. Seems like everything that you touch turned into ish, taken advantage of by virtually every country. So he's talking about having a meeting, saying nice things, but he's talking bad about them. Oh, they ripped us off. Well, we thought you said you were going up to the lawn for a flag. Right, they're going to put 2 flags up. You know, these MAGA people, they like big flags. But anyway, let me give you this. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 12. Chapter 11, chapter 12 is referring to the 12 Roman emperors from Julius Caesar to Domitian. So it says, and it came to pass, while the lion spake, which Yahushua spake these words unto the eagle, the Roman Empire 2,000 years ago. 2nd Ezra chapter 11 and 2nd Ezra chapter 12 has absolutely nothing to do with America. And behold, the head that remained in the 4 wings appeared no more, and the 2 went unto it. The 2 represents the sons of Vespasian, which he's among the head. He came out of the 4. Remember the year of the 4 emperors, and set themselves up, which was Titus was set up first, and then his younger brother Domitian came into power. Domitian erected the honorary arch for his brother. It's still standing today. It's an a tourist attraction in Rome. To reign, right? And their kingdom was small and full of uproar. And that uproar started with the Israelites. And it really started during the time of Nero. This is after Nero. And I saw, and behold, it appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt. Now, the only record of Rome being on fire was during the time of Nero. So that the earth was in great fear. When you go into that history, during that time period, especially during the time period of the year of the 4 emperors, they said the Roman Empire is dead, because You had one guy set up as an emperor. He died within months. You had another guy set up as an emperor. You had Galba, Otho, Vitellius, and then Vespasian, which he became the head out of one of the four in the second verse. Then awaked I out of the trouble, out of the dream, and trance of my mind, and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, Lo, this hast thou done unto me, and that thou searchest out the ways of the highest. So we search out the ways of the highest. But I'm not going to read the rest of this. So this is history all over again. He's definitely capitulating. And they got him. So the China held out. They said our society goes back 5,000 years. Your society is not even 250 years. It's 249 years. And when you look at empires, average empire's lifespan is approximately 250 years. So they held out. So now he's forced to sit down. So they're not going to respect him. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, on to the next.